It's another good opportunity to get a couple of players together for an in-depth conversation before, of course, another big game on Saturday. This time around we've got the Irish duo of Shane McLoughlin and Callum Reilly. A bit of an Irish link there, I think.
It's just about, yeah. He's stitching me up. You were born American, I was born here.
I know, yeah.
Shane, I think there's only one place to start with you. How's the head after last Saturday?
Well, at the moment it's all good. I've been tested and cleared to train and play. But at the time I felt a little bit dizzy and stuff. But I'm all cleared to play, so I'm all good now.
Yeah, used to waking up with a sore head on a Sunday morning sometimes.
Happens at the odd time, yeah.
So, obviously back here down the training ground, building up for the Peterborough game, there's been a bit of a change. Of course, Jason Moriarty's been here for such a long time. Chris McConnell's now come in. How are you finding it early days with him?
Yeah, it's been good, but it's a little different. Obviously, everyone has different kind of gym sessions they do, warm-ups they do. So it's been good getting to know a new guy, but obviously Jay's been missed around the place. He's a big character of everything that we did last year as well.
We've had a bit of a break, what with the training and so on over Christmas, and not having a game FA Cup third round time as well. Did you kind of miss that? Would you have liked to carry on playing?
No, well, obviously we were getting a bit of momentum, obviously, with the games, and they were coming thick and fast, and we were ticking them over. But it was obviously taking a toll on the bodies and with injuries, and it's nice to obviously be back out there now with a few players obviously back out, likes of obviously Woody and Waggy, Kwesi, and Roscoe as well, so it's good to have them boys back. So I think we needed that break for that. But obviously, yeah, I mean, it was obviously a long time out before the Portsmouth game, and I think obviously maybe that showed in the first half a little bit.
Because footballers like to keep playing, don't they? Basically, you like that momentum, don't you?
Yeah. I felt like we built it up a little bit as well. Obviously, we were disappointed against Southend, conceded late on, so we probably would have rather have got that next game over and done with, kind of put it right. But it was a bit of a wait after that.
So the new year as well, everything now, lots of things coming up. Plough Lane for Wimbledon, which hopefully we're going to see the club playing at a new stadium. What are your own personal hopes for this year for the pair of you?
At the minute for us, I think it's just a case of like game by game. I'm not looking really too far ahead towards the end of the season because is there 19 games left or something like that? I think it's mad if we got in a flash, and it's like I think it's a case of like we're just looking at the next game and trying to obviously make sure we pick up 3 points on Saturday, and that's really it for me. I haven't looked too much further than that. It's important, obviously, the club stays in this division.
Definitely.
Going into the new ground, and I think that's probably shared by everyone else here. I think.
100%.
Yeah.
For me personally, just try and get as many games in as I can, perform as well as I can, and get as many wins and points, get us on the table.
And of course, the news this week of Marcus Force having to go back. How much of that is a loss as well? And personally, as a friend you've known and you've got to know him, and the goals and his technique has been fantastic.
Yeah, it is difficult when you lose anyone that's been playing and even around the place behind the scenes. And as he said, how many goals has he got? 11, isn't it?
Yeah, he's a brilliant lad. Obviously sad for him as well. I've got it for him because he came here and he was enjoying it. He was close to home. And he was obviously just getting back into playing himself. Obviously, he's just stepped up for the first time this year. So, I mean,
it's difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got no doubt though. To be fair to him, I think he'll kick on again. I think he'll get himself right. I think he'll kick on again next season. Whether that's at Brentford or and obviously, or if he's coming on loan bar, I can imagine that Brentford will want to keep him there now. He's done so well this year, but no, good for him. He's a big loss for us, but we have to obviously just kick on again. Hopefully, a few other people can step up now. Yeah.
Particularly, of course, obviously Peterborough United. We'll talk about that now coming up this Saturday. A very attacking side, so
yeah.
You're all going to be keen to really sort of chip in from every aspect in terms of goal scoring, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, a few boys obviously stepped up recently. I know Pigs has obviously been really good recently, and obviously he's getting back into them goals. It's going to be a tough game. We played them obviously early in the season, and we didn't really give a great account of ourselves at the start of the game, but then showed what we could do against them in the second half. And hopefully we can do that again. Obviously replicate that second half performance for 90 minutes, and I think that's the key for us, making sure we do an all-round performance for 90 minutes.
Yeah, I think that's been a problem recently, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and it's just I think it's just looking at them details and making sure we're good from the first minute and not at 45 after half time. I think so.
And Shane as well. I mean, of course, last week at Portsmouth, 836 Wimbledon fans made the trip there. The atmosphere on Saturday. How much do we value that support at home again?
Yeah, I think all of us have said it every time we've done interviews that it's been fantastic this season, and I think it helps us all the time because it just gives you that extra percent to just keep going, and it spurs you on. So I think the support has been brilliant, and we need it again Saturday because it's going to be a tough game.